Life can be very complicated and difficult when people are grasping all the time. And I think when we're constantly achieving something new instead of celebrating what is, we become less and less satisfied. It's like a drug. Money is a drug, sex is a drug, shopping is a drug. It's a bottomless pit trying to satisfy ourselves.
This culture, especially in the United States, this society really has this like succeed, excel. It's a consumer mentality. Do more, buy more, be more, have more, bigger house, bigger car, fill up a garage full of 10,000 rolls of toilet paper and buy as much as you can. And people have garages and storages and more stuff, and they have so much stuff they can't even store the stuff. They had to pay for a place to store the stuff that they can't even store at their own house. And this is the way people live. Just because you have more externally, it doesn't always correlate to being internally fulfilled. Those are two completely different things. And external, in your environment, the house, the cars, the stuff, is never fulfilling. It's short term. You get the fulfillment, you buy it, you have it, you play with it, and you get the short term, like instant gratification type of thing. But just like a child with a new toy, you run out of motivation after a little while and you're on to the next toy.
I think for those people who don't settle down their nervous system with meditation or who don't have a spiritual or creative practice, their mind is constantly traveling into the past, into the future, and into other people's business. And when that happens, they're not present for themselves and the world that's being revealed to them. And a Zen master might say, show me the future, show me your past, and there's no way to do it. Those questions, they stop the mind. Your mind will gyrate a little bit and then eventually it settles down. We dive into the source of everything. We started naming some of the qualities of it. It's eternal, it's ever-present, it's intelligent. That's the transcendence, is when we lose track of time and space and we transcend the element of materialism.
When we recognize that every single material thing at its core is energy and everything is vibrating, then you can get a feeling for this nature of existence that is not as materially real as we tend to think. We sometimes get a feeling like there's something else going on here, that there's something much more connected, that in a very real sense, we're sharing the same dream. And so I recognize that I'm in some ways playing a role, but who I really am is so much bigger, so much more mysterious. It's eternal, it's infinite, it's timeless, it's connected to everything.
I think mystics, philosophers, poets, they express the reality better than maybe you or I, because they allude to it. And that's the same with waking up to that which is looking through your eyes. You can call it anything you want. Some people call it self with a capital S. Some people call it spirit, God, soul, the great spirit, consciousness itself. It's that which animates all of this. It's what's residing at your deepest level.
In some ways, experiencing a dark time, in some ways we're experiencing a renaissance. And so there's some threats to our existence right now. But we also have more and more people who are paying attention and more people who are looking for solutions in areas that we didn't look before. Get out there and do something nice for somebody and don't expect anything in return. Be kind. People need it. If we remember that the people who we complain about are human, that underneath their beliefs and ideologies, they're human beings, it opens up our ability to hear one another.
We are the creation of the forces of life, living as long as the universe stays, which is forever, through the galaxy's nights and days. We'll live forever with the stuff of stars, ever changing, ever growing, born into this life, born into that, changing this form for the one that comes next, an eternal part of an eternal creation, a quintessential piece of divine revelation.